What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling fantastic today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just the greatest, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Harry has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Cancer, I don't know if you've heard the news, but I'm open for personal readings. I actually worked out some of the kinks there, Cancer. So I have calendar links down in the description box below with each of the services that I offer. So definitely check that out. And then I have, if you have any questions, Cancer, or need to, maybe you can't work in with that schedule, maybe you want to do, maybe you want to get like a pre-recorded type of session there, Cancer, there's an email down in the description box for you to reach out to me, and yeah, we can definitely work that out there, Cancer. I'm flexible with this, but I offer, how you can work with your personal transits, with how the planets are interacting with your chart. We can just look at your natal chart, see how you're working with the energy, see if you maybe got a whole stack of Cancer, maybe you got a nice little blend there. Who knows what that may be looking like there, Cancer. And I also have a couple options for some tarot card readings as well there. And just something to be mindful of there, Cancer. Unless we've already established some sort of communication there, I will never reach out to you and ask you for like, hey, you want a personal reading or anything like that. No, I'll never do that. You always reach out to me, or you'll schedule that link through the description box there. And that's all through YouTube. So just something to be mindful of there. Cancel all these scammers about doing all their shenanigans and whatnots. But Cancer, let's get down to it. Because the purpose of this channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, sun, moon, rising, Venus, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot cards it's based upon ruler hit the good old moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and when she's going void of courses, all of those lunar shenanigans. And just so y'all are aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, never force reading on a situation, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. All right, I'm getting the flow of this thing down there, Cancer. We're getting to it. But Cancer, your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just a great angel around here, Cancer. And Cancer, happy Mercury Day. It's a great day for doing some studying there, Cancer, working with some technology, getting some things done there, working with the internet. Actually, when I was getting all this stuff together there, Cancer, I made sure to do it on a Mercury Day, so that, because you know how me and technology can be sometimes. But it helps there, Cancer, for sure. And Cancer, also, we are in a waning gibbous phase in Libra. And Cancer, I was feeling with this energy, with this waning gibbous, Libra is a great energy for forming those one-on-one relationships, forming these connections. They're very charismatic energy. You may be feeling more charming. And so this can be a great energy for their Cancer to kind of broaden your social circle a little bit. And it's not to say that we're necessarily like, cutting people off and things like that, because, with Pluto and Aquarius, there may be some groups that we may be leaving from, or things that just no longer resonating with us. But also, this could be really just a great networking energy. Maybe you've been thirsting for just a new type of stimuli, getting to know new people. Maybe you've been curious about a certain group that you've been wanting to join. This is fantastic energy for that there, Cancer. Oh, interesting, Cancer. All right, we'll get down to that in a moment. And also with this energy here, Cancer, I feel with this waning gibbous in Libra, I feel that this is something too with whatever that you are setting. Sometimes when we're setting off to do these new intentions with the lunar cycle, sometimes it is nice to have a partner to go along with that. Whether this could be maybe you're trying to get in, making walking more of your routine. Maybe you're doing this with a friend, maybe with a neighbor, maybe with your partner, or this could be maybe you're trying like adjusting your diet a little bit, maybe incorporating more kind of healthy foods there, and And, Cancer, we are in a very kind of technological age. I mean, we've already been a technological age, but now, especially with us being in this Aquarius energy, maybe even I feel like just like really kind of broadening your social, again, your social circle a little bit, kind of making space for stuff and kind of like finding that support group that can get you along with whatever it is that you're focusing on there, Cancer. Sometimes having that nice team, that nice support there, someone you can, even when you have some maybe like questions or have some doubts and things, having someone to be able to refer that or having like a sounding board with. So something I feel really nice to think about with this Libra energy. But last few things there, Cancer. These readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links to them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching their Cancer. Definitely check them out. Very fantastic energies that they bring. A very supportive group. I think you'd enjoy their insights. There is a link for an astrologer that I've been really enjoying as well, their Cancer. A link for some podcasts, which I may have mentioned before. There's two of them. I want to say both of them happen to I think they have Libra moons, which I found very, and I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you should hear them in conversation. So intense. And also, Cancer, there's some links for some apps that I like working with as well. Some astrology apps, when we're working together, they're Cancer, we can pull up those charts there. You can ask any kind of questions, like, oh, maybe you happen to have a Libra moon there, Cancer. But I think that's all the things I have for you, Cancer. But it's interesting because I think we've gotten this card before, the Cancer, because you have the new moon in Taurus, which is a card of Know Your Worth. And I feel that is a very important thing to consider there, Cancer, when you do think about this Libra moon energy, because sometimes at a lower expression, Libra can lose themselves in a relationship, or they'll be too compromising in order to keep the peace, in order to keep the harmony there. And I feel that it is being able to express those kind of healthy boundaries there and know your worth and be able to voice when something, when we are at odds with something. And I feel too with this Libra energy, I feel like it's remembering that we don't always have to agree on everything there, Cancer. Just because I feel like there is a peaceful way to go about things, because Libra is about that diplomacy, making sure that both sides are being heard. If we were all the same there, Cancer, then this journey would be boring, but I feel it's like, how do you keep and know your worth, keep that sense of autonomy while also respecting someone else's decision as well? And it's like, how can you bring the higher expressions of both of those things together? Because, it's in that type of collaboration that beautiful things, new things kind of blossom there, Cancer. And just even thinking about, too, I think I've mentioned this before, where the nodes are at. The South Node is in Libra. And that can be that kind of question of where we may have compromised too much, and where we may have diminished our worth in a sense, and maybe we've kept ourselves small in a sense, and maybe have put what our dreams are and stuff on the back burner. And just thinking too, with Venus being in Capricorn, the dispositor of this moon energy, because that Venus rules over Libra. I feel like it is thinking about too, like voicing what your dreams are, what your accomplishments are, and letting that stuff be valid there, Cancer. But let's get some tarot on this and get some details with this. Cancer. Thank you, spirits. Oh, speaking of Libra. Alright, Cancer. So you have the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Swords, which is, for me, that's definitely Libra. The Judgment card, the Strength card, and the Nine of Cups here, Cancer. And let's talk about this Judgment card, because this is Pluto energy, and the Strength card, if I didn't mention, this is Leo energy. And I feel with the Judgment card being here, Cancer, I feel that there is this, the judgment card can be this energy of rebirth, this kind of asking ourselves, what are some old things that we need to leave behind in order to embody this newer type of, this newer improved you really kind of coming into your strength, coming into your higher expression, and really kind of, I feel like, understanding too, I feel with the Nine of Cups here, like what it is that you wish. You know, what are some things that you want to bring to fruition, and not feeling like you have to validate. I feel like your things as well. You know, I feel that because what I'm getting with this Queen of Swords here is that when we keep our energy suppressed there, Cancer, and we keep our wishes on the side, and you know, it diminishes our self-confidence, and Taurus does have to deal, one of the aspects they deal with is self-esteem, and this can, I feel that the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords has a very balanced way of expressing her worth. You know, she's the type that is just like, listen, where I know, how do I want to put this, Cancer? Because I feel for some, just thinking with that compromising energy, the Seven of Swords can be this energy of deception, but I'm also getting that energy of like, it's like these energy of like alternative ways of doing something. Because maybe, for example, we've been putting these things aside. You know, like someone's like, oh, we can't follow these dreams because maybe we don't have enough money, or maybe we don't have this, yet they're able to follow their dreams. This is just an example. They're able to follow their dreams in a sense, or they're able to do this, Cancer, but it's just like, well, why can't we think of alternative ways for me? You know, why is it that there's this lack of energy, or this lack of initiative, or trying to seek the things that you want there, Cancer? And I just feel with the Judgment card, it's just like that, this energy, we're getting to this place of where we're changing, you know, where things are changing. You know, I feel like it's like this Queen of Swords, I feel like it's finding the language to express this in a diplomatic way, like, because I'm not feeling, it's like there's this, it's not necessarily an argumentative way. The Queen of Swords can be firm, but she doesn't need to be aggressive, and that's where I feel like that balance between, like, when you think about that relationship between like the opposite signs, Libra and Aries, you know, that there's this, yeah, I feel like this is really kind of like finding your voice there, Cancer, and really kind of stating the ways. And like you, I feel like it's you coming into this newfound strength here in a sense, and this newfound confidence, and again, kind of stating, you know, that yeah, this is what I want to. It's like, this is what I want to bring to, kind of bring to the table. This is what I want to see come to fruition. Not just, and I feel too, it's like the Nine of Cups can be just this energy of being in that wishing, that vision, but never seeing that manifest. You know, it's one thing to be feeling this, but you know, we're in an energy now with Saturn being in Pisces, which is forming a lovely place, lovely aspect with our Cancer placements, Cancer, wherever that you happen to have those. And this is a time to take those dreams and give them form, give them structure. And you really just kind of bask in that abundance, because even like the Nine of Cups, that's Jupiter and Pisces, which Jupiter rules, is one, this is the traditional ruler of Pisces. So all right, Cancer, I think I'm gonna leave that there. Just, it's something I feel like to, yeah, to definitely think about. But And one more thing, it's just like even when I felt like when we're talking about maybe finding different groups that are supporting what we're doing in a sense, or like getting in. Yeah, let's get some more tarot on this Cancer before I get a little bit more into that. Thank you, guys. All right, Cancer. Let's see what else we got here. Love that. So you have. Speaking of, what were we talking about, Jupiter? Yes, we were talking about Jupiter. You have, so Big Papa's here, the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, Uranus energy, the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and then the Four of Pentacles here, Cancer. Where do you want to start? Let's start this with this Ace of Pentacles here, Cancer. Because I do feel with this energy that I feel like this energy is not just a like this knowing your worth, but now I feel like it is time to manifest your worth and not letting that necessarily def- it's interesting what I'm getting. It's like it's manifesting your worth because we're talking about Taurus energy, who is who they're the builders of the zodiac. They grow stuff. You know, Taurus takes, you know, that's that energy that takes time, that takes this nurturing energy to make this dream, whatever it is that you have, come true there, Cancer. And I feel with the Four of Pentacles being here that it's time to like not keep that stuff bottled up anymore. You know, because this could be a card of savings, but I feel like we've just been putting our wishes in ourselves, but and not that I actually mean like actual bills there, Cancer, but this message that came through was just that wishes don't pay the bills. That it's this time of you, because even just thinking, both Uranus and Taurus are in, or excuse me, both Uranus and Jupiter are in Taurus, which is thinking about this sort of long term dreams here. The Taurus and Uranus just woke up not too long ago, Cancer, on the 27th. And with all the planets being direct, this is a great time to start something new there, Cancer. And you know, Uranus can deal with this sense of, it's like this, it's a sense of freedom, but I'm even getting like that rebellious energy that Uranus brings here as well. Like, because I feel it's like that's interesting. It's like with the strength card, I feel for some that it's like it's a time to get kind of fired up in a sense. It's not being like, it's not this overly dramatic energy that can be with Leo, but I do feel like it's like destiny's kind of calling for you to, it's just like know that you can do whatever it is that you set your mind to. We had the wish and now we have the wish fulfilled. And you know, it's like it's again, it's like it's getting out of that like I wish that I could do this thing, as opposed to like now we're grounding that thing, and it's like and it's like in that building of this stuff there, Cancer, letting that like showing that like when whatever it is that you're working on in a sense, you know, whether this is maybe you've been wanting to get into like working out, or maybe you've been wanting to start this side hustle, or maybe you've been wanting to change careers, maybe you've been wanting to move, maybe you've been wanting to, whatever this is, I just feel like that there's this energy of, yeah, really kind of, yeah, getting out of this. It's interesting. I almost feel with the Seven of Swords, it's like this. It's like you've been hiding this secret there, Cancer. And we're all curious about what you've been wanting to, what you've been kind of keeping stored away here with the Four of Pentacles here. This is a very interesting reading, Cancer, and so And I just feel that there is to their Cancer that realizing how, because the Wheel of Fortune can be, Jupiter is a very abundant energy. And I feel like it's just like, again, not keeping that stuff bottled to yourself. It's letting everyone appreciate the abundance that you have to bring as well. Because I remember talking about this last time. It's just like knowing your worth, you have a lot to bring to the table. And yeah, just I feel like it's, again, now that this, with this coming around again, and with the new moon energy, this is planting that intention, sowing that seed, and making those. And the aces, they're my seed cards, and I feel like I love that you have that earth energy with this Taurus, with Taurus here. So the fixed earth sign. But yeah, hopefully this makes sense, Cancer. But let's get some advice from Venus. And Cancer, I just got a little, like another little thing, just thinking with the Fool. It's just like I feel like maybe for some it's just like maybe doing this thing, whatever this is that we're starting, or we're getting ready, like however we're showing our, like showing again what we bring to the table, or what, like I feel like this is somewhere we may be a little scared about these changes. Like Uranus can be a little aggressive sometimes in how he goes about change, because he is that kind of like curveball, that sort of like radical change. And him and Pluto are now in. They're now kind of, they're in this partnership now, because Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius, the sign that Pluto's in. And he woke up to Pluto being in this sign, and it's just like, oh, okay, we're really doing some deep, deep transformation there, Cancer, and really kind of building this new sense of security, that energy that Taurus brings. So, yeah, let me get your last tarot cards here. Thank you, spirits. All right, last little bit here, Cancer. Oh, I love it. So you have the Five of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and then the Sun card here. Oh, I like a couple of things here, Cancer. Switch back over, because the first thing that I got with this Ace of Cups here is just like, here's the water to water your Ace of Pentacles with, taking those feelings there and making that stuff manifest. And I like that you also got the Nine of Pentacles. Is this your pre-Empress energy, Venus? This is Venus in Virgo. And I feel like this is an energy, I feel like, of really kind of working on yourself there, Cancer, and enjoying the abundance that you do bring to the table. And I feel with the Five of Cups, I feel that this is what happens when, it's like when we put these dreams and things on the back burner there, and don't go towards that sunlight there, Cancer, we can end in this place where we're kind of just like feeling alone, feeling disappointed, not feeling fulfilled there. But I feel like, and even like the Ten of Swords, this can be getting to this energy of rock bottom there. But I feel like this is one thing, the swords deal with your thoughts. And in like the Rider White tarot, there's the sun is rising. Even though you got all these swords, it is a reminder that you could see this as just like everything is everything. You could see this as like we're in this state of like, oh, I'll never get back up again. Like I'll. or I feel that because the Ten of Swords can be this card of betrayal, and I feel like that it's not necessarily that something that someone's doing to you. It's just like something that we can do to ourselves in a sense. It's like that we told ourselves that, like, I wish I had better words to put this in, Cancer, but I do feel with the sun being here that there is this, as we begin to learn your value there, Cancer, and making these, again, whatever wishes that you have kind of come true there, and knowing that you can do it, Cancer, because I love that you got both Leo and their ruler, the sun here. This is just like, and I even kind of feel like maybe for some we're kind of asking ourselves, who am I? What am I meant to bring? What value do I bring to this journey here? And maybe we have been going against, and that's there we go. Maybe we've been kind of going against who we really are, been kind of betraying ourselves in that sense, and it's just led to all this energy of just like really kind of emotional upheaval and kind of disappointment there. And now it's a time to, now that we got eyes on this thing, the sun is shining, the sun reveals things. And I like that both the sun and Pluto are in Aquarius. I feel like this is, it's embracing that individuality when you think about Aquarius, and embracing that innovative energy that you do bring, that thing that you bring that no one else can bring, and then using that to elevate the collective there, Cancer. So yeah, hopefully this, I hope that this made sense, Cancer. But I think I'm going to leave that there. But if any of that resonated with you, Cancer, if you like that, give it a thumbs up. And share this thing, Cancer. If you know someone who's been, yeah, but just really maybe just having a trouble like knowing where they're worth, or maybe they've been, maybe again we were talking about, maybe we've kind of sacrificed our dreams. Maybe this could be, this and this could maybe be where it's just like maybe we defined our worth as something else there. But let's say for example, if we decided instead of to choose a career, we chose to have a family, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, Cancer. But I feel like it's like defining, you're more than just like, I feel like it's this putting these labels on you and making yourself this sort of like this one dimensional type of thing, when you are more complex. You can have multiple, you can have the family, you can have the career, you can have the whatever it is that you set that you wish. But I feel like it's just knowing that you can do these things there, Cancer. So I like that. And then subscribe there, you Wheel of Fortune. Hit that bell button to get notified when I release videos each day. And then yeah, Cancer, just as a reminder, this might be something too where maybe we can work this out there, Cancer. We can talk this through. We can get through the tarot. We can map out your transits. Maybe the stuff that you've been feeling has been, because I tell you what, I've been really kind of, it's really is incredible. I'm actually going through a Pluto transit right now, and I just, when you work with the energies, you just kind of get into that flow there. It's really wonderful how things can kind of flourish there. So, but, but yeah, definitely check out all that stuff, Cancer. All that information is down in the description box. I have all types of links for you there to set up different meetings with me. And again, if you have any sort of like questions or need, maybe you want to do like pre-recorded stuff. If you don't quite have the time, maybe you have a real busy, because I get it, Cancer. We got things that you're doing, and yeah, definitely we can work with that. I have like a link for you to contact me, all that stuff there, Cancer. And then last thing, if you check your sun, moon, rising there, Cancer, for your placements there, for your readings, and just check your chart there, Cancer. I mean, we could check that out together. And then come on over to my other channel, Alchemist. It's actually feels really good, like really solid to say that. And come over to my other channel, Alchemist Date. I do videos Monday through, or no, I don't. I do weekly videos, which depending on how things go, I may need to cut back on that a little bit. But I will, I totally, because I love Celestial News Monthly. I intend on, which I'm gonna be starting next week here, or yeah, so starting on Sunday, and I do in the yearly ones as well there, Cancer. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here so I can get you out of here, Cancer. And you have the Seven of Wands here. And you know, I feel with this energy that the Seven of Wands can be, one, it can be a protect your energies. Because just when we're talking about with if this has something to deal with others, you know, it's one thing if people are providing like constructive criticisms for what you're doing. It's just like, well, like maybe we can't do this, but maybe we can start here, you know, kind of like finding some alternatives, providing this advice as opposed to just like, no, you can't do that, Cancer, that's ridiculous, you know, like just doing that, keeping you down, again, keeping you small. But also to Cancer, I feel like this is protecting yourself from that inner narrative that wants to, that fear that keeps you from making a move there, that keeps you like saying like, oh no, you don't have the confidence, oh no, you don't have this, and redirecting that fear into something more like repurposing that fear a little bit. It's just like, okay, this is what I'm feeling afraid of. What can I do in order to overcome that? You know, Seven of Swords, finding different ways of thinking, again, just redoing that, playing around with how we're wording certain things there, Cancer. The mind is very powerful, so. But let me get your other oracle card here, Cancer, so I can get you out of here. Oh. All right, thank you, guys. I like this, Cancer. So you have the affirmation for healing the heart. And, you know, Cancer, I feel like this is, you know, especially if we were coming from this place of self-conscious or being self-conscious or, you know, just like, I feel like, do you have, just looking at this, since we're talking about, you know, relationships and things, do you have a solid support system that can be there for you when you are feeling down there, Cancer, that do kind of uplift you there, that like get you in this place, that kind of help can break that cycle in a sense. But I do feel that it is also where it is nice to have that support system. We do want to be able to have our backs as well, you know, being able to, when you notice you're in that spiral and things, like what do you do to heal the heart? It's just like, okay, like I acknowledge, you know, first it's like I feel like it's acknowledging that okay, this is the one. Actually, I feel like it's like, you know, like being careful about what you embody, you know, like not, you know, being mindful when we say that I am this, you know, insert like anxious, afraid, things, and that. It's just like, no, this is what you're feeling. And then what can we, again, how can we repurpose that feeling or that those feelings into something that does help? And I feel like even like healing can be a kind of a tricky word. I've been thinking about this lately, and it's not that healing is necessarily like, you know, like a bad word or anything like that, but I feel like sometimes we can get to this place of like, oh, I'm healed, and that this out like, or when we feel like we're healed and it'll never come around again. It's almost like that kind of like tricking the mind a little bit. But these feelings, these insecurities, they come up from time to time, Cancer. They manifest in different ways, and I feel like it's like an affirmation for growing the heart, you know, because growth is a constant thing. You know, we always change, we evolve, and so, all right, Cancer. But I think I'm going to leave that there. But you stay safe out there. You know, discovering your worth, knowing that you're always enough there, Cancer, and that you do bring this abundance, and that you bring a gift that no one else can bring, you know. Even though we're all may have, well, I won't say all of us, because maybe some of us are Cancer, just Cancer moons, or maybe just have a Cancer rising, Mars, Venus, Mercury, whatever. But let's just say, just as a sun sign, you know, no Cancerian is the same. Even if we happen to be, maybe you're like me, has a Cancer, Sun, Gemini, Moon, but mine's in the 10th house, yours is in the 5th house, mine's at the 0 degree, yours might be at the 15th degree. I know someone who has a Gemini moon, and how we express it is so different. You know, I know there's a complexity that goes along with that, but it's so nuanced, Cancer, and you do bring something special to the table, and know that you are always more than enough. And I will catch you on the next one tomorrow.